It's Turn the Page Wednesday. Time for the Las Vegas Raiders to get over their loss to the Los Angeles Chargers Monday night. They have a short week this week and they have to go back to the East Coast to play the Washington Commanders. Man, what's the NFL trying to do to the Raiders? They had a daytime East Coast game in Week 1 against the New England Patriots. They came back home for a night game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Now they're going back to the East Coast for a daytime game on a short week against the Commanders. Well, either way, the Raiders can't do what they did Monday, especially on offense. Offensive coordinator Chip Kelly has to call a better game. The offensive line has to play a much better game, and quarterback Geno Smith has to play a much better game for the Raiders to win. Alright, the Raiders have to give running back Ashton Jeanty the ball, period. It doesn't make sense to pick a running back number 6 overall and not give him the ball. In Week 1, he had 19 carries for only 38 yards, but those were 19 effective carries, let me tell you. Jeanty actually got off to a good start. That made the Patriots absolutely sell out to stop the run. No matter how successful or not successful they were with the run, they stayed committed to it. Hence, Jeanty had 19 carries and the Patriots had to stay committed to stopping the run. So when the Raiders ran play action, the Patriots sucked up to the run and the Raiders took deep shots off of it and landed them. You can't always just throw the ball deep down the field just because you want to throw the ball deep down the field. Sometimes you have to set it up with play action, and to do that, you have to be committed to the running game. That was a big difference between Week 1 and Week 2 for the Raiders. They had 9 explosive plays off the passing game in Week 1 and 0 last week. That's Jeanty getting the ball 19 times in Week 1 versus 11 in Week 2. The Raiders really need to do some work on their interior offensive line. They did the wrong kind of work on it in training camp. Moving Jackson Powers-Johnson to right guard and Jordan Merritt to center are about the 2 worst things that happened to this offensive line. And left guard Dylan Parham, I have no words for him. Powers didn't play Monday. Alex Cappa wasn't very good, and instead, Meredith was horrible at center, and again, no words for Parham. On a third down in the red zone, Meredith put the ball on the ground on a snap, and Geno Smith went down and got it, and by the time he got it, guess whose man sacked him? Meredith's man. Oh, and Jakobi Meyers was open for a first down somewhere around the 5-yard line, too. You can't have that in third down, especially in the red zone. Then on the 3rd and 1, with the Raiders approaching Chargers territory, guess whose man crashed through into the backfield for a tackle for a loss? Meredith's man. Then there's the deep ball where Dante Thornton had to step on this guy, but Smith underthrew him because Parham got pushed back into him. They got to change some things. All these things going on around Smith were pretty bad, but guess what? Smith was pretty doggone bad himself. Smith completed 56% of his passes for 180 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and only averaged 4.2 yards per attempt. Those 3 interceptions came on all 3 ways there is to throw an interception. The first one, he stared his receiver down and telegraphed his throw. The second one was a bad throw. If he would have put it out in front of his guy, it would have been a touchdown. And the third one, he shouldn't have thrown. It wasn't open. It wasn't there. That ball was thrown into a crowd. Then to put the nail in the coffin for him that night, on a 4th down, he did a good job of scrambling around and keeping himself alive, but all of a sudden he throws the ball out of bounds. It was 4th down. What did he think he was supposed to do? He did all that work keeping himself alive to throw the ball. He should have just threw the ball up for grabs. That wouldn't have made his day any better, though. It was just a bad day. The Raiders can't have that this Sunday, though. Since the Raiders are facing the Commanders, Carroll's facing Dan Quinn, his former defensive coordinator. You know what that means, right? It means the Raider offense will be going against the cover 3. The strong safety will be in the box, but that doesn't mean the Raiders shouldn't commit to the run. They really need to. That's the only way to get some deep shots off play action. Some things like mesh concepts and shallow cross concepts right in behind those biting linebackers would be good too. You can go high to low with the smash concept with the corner, hitch, and flat on the same side. Then there's the post dig concept to put those safeties in conflict. When it's done right, whatever answer is the wrong answer. But that dig route is easy work if the safety takes a post and the linebacker bites on the run fake. I want to see some 4 verticals too. The outside corners will be occupied, and the safety will have a choice to make between the 2 inside guys. Relax, I'm not saying Chip Kelly needs me. He knows what he's doing. He just can't have a day like he had Monday. That would lead to 2 losses in a row for the Raiders. Man, I gotta give it to the Raider defense. They held the Chargers to 20 points while getting nothing from their offense. And that's hard when you have to constantly go right back out onto the field. The offensive coordinator, offensive line, and quarterback all had days the Raiders can't afford for them to have on the same day, and they still only lost by 11 points. That can't happen again this Sunday, or that'll be 2 losses in a row for the Raiders, so all 3 of those guys have to be on point. Whatever they have to do, get Genty going, get the vertical game going off play action, and hopefully Powers can play and tight end Brock Bowers is healthier. Thank you for watching. See you next time.